messages in the past year and a half about this particular company. And for that reason alone, I think that we need to look into the situation a little bit further. Yes, I know one school received a contract with them, but I don't want it to get widespread that will continue to use one particular company to do a service throughout the district. So I wanted to investigate a little bit further before I say yes.
Anybody else wish to speak to the motion made by Dr. Thompson to table 10.17 before we vote to table? Ms. Sebron.
Mayor, just if we table this, what kind of, will we be able, this is February. These are services that the department said they needed. So my concern is a timeline. If we table this, Dr. Thompson, I'm just wondering if we will be able to send out bids, do all those things, look at other people, and then come up with something before the end of this year and have lost the whole school year.
They knew when this was done that there was going to be a constraint with timelines. That should have been a consideration in September when they in fact needed to find somebody to do that. I'm not concerned with their constraints at this point.
Anybody else have comment about 1017? Mrs. Mack.
I just want to say that I normally support the department on these issues, but if a program hasn't been started at this point, I'm going to defer and vote with Dr. Thompson because she seems to have a handle on this.
Any other comments on 1017? Now we are voting whether to table 10.17. If you vote yes, you're voting to table it. If you vote no, you're voting to go back into the agenda book. Ms. Simmons, call the roll.
Mr. Connors? Aye. Ms. Lester?
Well, I definitely agree that all of the prior issues, which I was not on the board while they happened, should have been taken into account. And I agree with Dr. Thompson. I'm nervous about the timeline and the effect it might have on the NJASC, so I'm going to approve it.
You're going what?
Oh, I'm going to be against the tabling.
You're voting no then?
No.
Continue, please.
Ms. Sebron?
I am normally philosophically in sync with Dr. Thomas. Our minds kind of generally run along the same line. I appreciate her concerns, but I am concerned about the timeline. And because of that, I think I'm going to abstain.
Dr. Thompson? Mr. Valentin?
Yes, to the table.
Mr. Waterman?
I'm also concerned about timelines. I think the argument was compelling. I wasn't here last year, so I'm voting against the table.
Vice President Mack?
I'm voting yes to table.
President Zerosa?
No. What is the vote, please?
We have 3 to table, 4 votes not to table, and 1 abstention. So the item is going to be considered for vote.
Would you please repeat that again? Would you please review that again?
I'm going to call out your votes. Yes is to table, no is not to table. Mr. Connors, yes to table. Ms. Lester, no to table. Ms. Sebron, abstention. Dr. Thompson, yes to table. Mr. Valentin, yes to table. Mr. Waterman, no to table. Vice President Mack, no to table?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
And President DeRosa, no to table?
So what do we have now?
No to table? Okay, we have 4 yes to table, 3 no to table, 1 abstention, so the item is tabled.
The item is tabled. So board members, we are now back to 10.02 to 10.